Hey everyone, it is Jay Soloff here at Investors Alley, and this is our options trade of the week. So what we are doing here is going to Market Chameleon at marketchameleon.com, checking out their unusual options volume screener. So it's been a very bullish day, and actually very bullish last couple of weeks in stocks. So maybe we can find something that's been going up maybe even more than normal. And so there's a filter here. We can find things like price increase or price decrease, but the one I want to look at here is high call volume plus price increase. So not only is the price going up, but there's a lot of call volume, which generally is a sign of bullish activity. So if we do that, it will bring up this list of names here where you see this very large percentage of the total options volume is on the call side. Now if we want to sort it by more volume in general, we can see some of the big ones here. So a couple ETFs that are related, emerging markets and China, both seeing a lot of very bullish action, and these are really popular ETFs. So if you see this much call action, it's almost certainly bullish action, because these are generally mixed, closer to 50-50, just because of all the activity that happens in here. Fitbit, this is up on callish action. As you may have heard, it was purchased by Google, so that's what's going on there. But let's look at EEM and maybe take a closer look at that one. So you can see it was up about 1.5%. It's in the 43 range. So if we look at some key trades, maybe we can see if what sort of action there's been. You can see right away there's quite a bit of action, with some big blocks, call spreads, out of the money call, at the money call. So here's some pretty obvious examples right away. Out of the money calls, 15,000 of them. At the money calls, 10,000. So if this one's in December, you can see it looks like a bullish trade. Let's take a look. Yep, it was bought on the ask, so almost certainly a purchase of 10,000. 43.5, which is just about at the money here in December. So this is just a straight up bullish trade. Someone spent about $750,000 on this. This one's November, which is only 2 weeks away, and does look like a purchase. It is on the ask. Now there's a lot of open interest here, so it could potentially be a closing trade, but usually if it's something like this and it's under 20 cents, it's probably a flyer. 15,000 of these, someone might be guessing that this trend is going to continue and emerging markets are going to go higher, or maybe just global markets in general. Now it's 15,000, which is a lot, but it's only $285,000, which isn't a lot if you're talking about 15,000 contracts of something that's pretty close to the money. Now EEM doesn't have a lot of volatility, so that may be a reason why these options are so cheap compared to investors thinking that it doesn't have a chance to go there. It's most likely just a lower volatility sort of situation here. So looking at that, you can also look and see that there are quite a few very large buy right trades. So these are cover calls. Taking a closer look at these, it looked like someone may be rolling up a December 44 up to 45, and this could be some sort of fund that just has a cover call on EM at all times. So just a lot of really bullish activity. Depending on your point of view, if you want to have a bullish emerging market sort of position, one of these two trades that I looked at earlier is probably the easiest way to do it. You could take a flyer on something like an out of the money trade. You don't have to just do 2 weeks. You could do a month or whatever, and it's still only going to cost you 20-30 cents, something like that. Even at the monies here, all the way out to the end of the year, it's only going to cost you about 75 cents. So different ways to do this. You could easily do this yourself. If you want to spend less money, you could do something like a call spread instead of straight calls. But regardless, definitely a lot of bullish activity on EEM. So if you want to learn more about these sort of strategies, buying options, buying spreads, cover calls, a lot of the stuff I mentioned, you can check out my option trading mastery courses. There's a link on this page, and it's a pretty good resource for learning more about options.